A massive magma pool has been found bubbling under New England, and geologists believe it could spark a volcanic eruption. A large pool of magma found under a number of U.S. states in New England, and it will most likely spark a volcanic eruption. Rachel O'Donoghue, Daily Star reports, "This is not new. We know that we have a number of volcanoes on the northeast. Maine alone has 5, 4 of them in 100 miles. The whole distance from one end to the other of Maine is only 200 miles. There are 5 volcanoes on those 200 miles. 4 of them are in a 100-mile area. So you can understand all those beautiful lakes and mountains that we see in the northeast are basically volcanoes, and the valleys could be even crater lakes." This research done by Rutgers University recently discovered large mass of boiling hot rock, and it stretches across Massachusetts, Vermont, and New Hampshire. I would venture to say even Maine, but never mind. This is what this research has to do with Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire. It's believed it will eventually in the future lead to a volcanic eruption because the magma is near the surface. The professor at Rutgers, Department of Earth and Planetary Sciences, who was involved with this research, is Vadim Levin. He said the upwelling we detected is like a hot air balloon, and we infer that something is rising up through the deeper part of our planet under New England. It's a very large and relatively stable region, but we found an irregular pattern with rather abrupt changes in it. The bad news is it's going to erupt. Professor Levin said the eruption won't happen for a few million years, though. That's the good news. It's going to erupt a few million years from now, he said. But even though the risk is low, the team is trying to understand where the magma is coming from. He says, nevertheless, the formation may challenge existing theory on the geological structure of New England, generally thought to be a stable, predictable formation. We did not expect to find abrupt changes in physical properties beneath this region, and the likely explanation points to a much more dynamic region underneath this old, geologically quiet area. I should say so. Magma very close to the surface. Amazing. Now, I have had some comments, though, of people from the Northeast, from New England, saying that during their nature walks, they smelled gas emissions like sulfur, like rotten egg smells, and also that they had seen some type of a greenish bubbling material coming out from some fissures when they were walking around, I think it was Vermont. So there seems to be activity going on. Of course, most people don't expect it to be going on there because it's supposed to be quiet and silent. Nothing ever happens in the Northeast, no earthquakes or anything, but that's not the case. So because of what they just recently found, there is magma very close to the surface. I'll leave links below for you for this. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.